Hi there guys, Lisa Pugh coming here from Cardiff, giving you a bit of advice and some tips I guess on how to get over somebody who you've lost. So a partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, anybody who has been in your life who you've lost and you're finding it hard to deal with not living your life with that person. Now, I'm coming from a lot of experience here talking, and I want to give you guys some free value and to show you guys from being in situations where I felt like there was no way out, how I've been able to now, at the age of 25, understand what it's like to be okay with being by yourself, and to let people in who deserve to be let into your life. So this video is for anybody who is going through this type of thing. I'm going to be doing these videos every 4 days, so I'll be posting. So today's Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Sunday I'll be coming to you and posting a new video, and this isn't to benefit my business, my acting, my singing career, anything to do with that. This is just to give you some advice on the truth and how you can maybe come out of a situation that I was in and how it can help you. So today's subject, we're going to talk about how to deal with losing somebody. So we're going to go on the basis of losing a partner, losing, somebody breaking up with you, I guess, or you breaking up with somebody. How do you deal with that? And I think it's different for every single person. Some people, relationships come and go and it doesn't faze them. But most people in this world will spend a good few days, weeks, sometimes months sobbing over that person who's left them. That would be me, and most women out there, sometimes most men. I'm not here to discriminate, I know a lot of men who go through the same thing, and I think it's really important to remember that people come and go in our lives, and they come and go for a reason. Like, I used to think back when I was 16, 17, and the person I was with then, I thought that was the love of my life and there was nobody else. And we all go through these phases where we think somebody in our life, that's it, there's going to be nobody else. But what we do with that is we put so much pressure on them. And I'm speaking from experience now. I've done that myself. I've thought that someone needed to be in my life, so I've put so much pressure on that person to expect so much from them. And I think that the biggest mistake we make with that is we're putting the pressure on somebody, and ultimately half the time they don't want that pressure. If somebody wants to be in your life, then they're going to do the things that you want them to do without even you telling them. And I've been witness to that, whereas before I was struggling to find the truth in somebody. I suppose I was struggling to find myself, if I'm honest. And I think that it's so important to be open with the fact that it's okay to have people come in and out of your life, and to get over it, and to find ways to think that you either, number one, deserve better, or number two, that person wasn't right for you. And if you're in a situation where you've been with someone for a long time and the relationship's come to an end, then I do think that that's happened for a reason. And you might not right now, and that's understandable, because I was not thinking that when somebody broke up with me, or I broke up with them, or I wasn't thinking that it was for a reason. But every single breakup I've been through has made me a stronger person, and I thought that after every one that I would learn my lesson. And there were my friends telling me, Lisa, when are you going to learn your lesson? And I used to say, I don't know, I hope someday soon. But it's only when you look at yourself and look at the fact that you don't need somebody in your life, that you're okay by yourself, and I got to that point. Where I was like, do you know what? I can have my own company, and that's fine. If someone wants to come into my life, if something happens, then it will happen at the right time for me. And I think when we go after something and we constantly hound it down, because say all of our friends in relationships or your family are all putting pressure on you to find somebody, it never happens in the right way then. We never find the right person. If they just come along, then we're going to probably find that it's supposed to be like that, rather than chasing after something and it not feeling right for you. And from going through all these breakups, I realised that they have made me stronger, but the way I've come out of them has been every single person I've been with and I've had a relationship with has made me a stronger person, because something's gone wrong in that relationship, something's gone right. I've learned something about myself. And if you see it in that way and you don't see it in a way of, I can't live without that person, you know, when we get into things with somebody and we start getting to know someone, you want to spend every waking minute with them, and I get that, okay? But when you're focused on you, when you're focused on where you're going in your life, so for example, I'm focused on my career, I'm focused on building my business, so if somebody wants to come into my life, they're gonna have to slot into my life in the right way. You know, I can't stop everything for them, whereas before I had that attitude of they came before everything, you know. And I've always grown up with no money and nobody giving me money. I grew up working from the age of 13. I had to go out and do things for myself, and I said to myself when I was young, I'll never ever stop my dreams for a guy. And I started with my previous partner to stop my dreams for a guy, and that wasn't right. And I got to the point at 25 where I thought enough is enough, and this business, this life that I'm living, this career that I'm trying to undertake with my acting isn't going to work if I don't put myself first. If I don't think that these breakups and me not being with that person that I thought was my everything and I thought I couldn't breathe without and live without, as corny as it sounds, we say these things and we think them. If I said to myself that I didn't need that person, and I knew in my heart of hearts I didn't need that person, then I was going to ultimately get stronger. And you know, I've learned a lot from every single one. I've also learned a lot from songs. Now, songs have been really, really helpful for me when it comes to breakups, because I love music, I sing. I've always loved music. I love singing it, I love listening to it, I love dancing to it. So we all have breakup songs, okay? And they're okay to play. And it's okay to cry too, because if we cry, that means we're human, that means we have feelings. Sometimes we bottle it all up, and then as soon as someone says something like, oh, so how come you and so didn't work out, it all comes out. Do you know what? Sometimes it's best to lock yourself in a room, get it all out, write down your goals and figure out where you're going, because we put so much pressure on the person we're with and pressure on ourselves to make it work, that we forget where we're going in our life. And I've learned that that's not the right way to do things. You know, I now know where I'm going in my life because I've put myself first. I've put my dreams, my priorities first. You know, I'm traveling this year to Hong Kong, Dubai. I'm going all around Europe with one of my best friends, and that's putting me first. That's not putting somebody else first. And when things come into your life for a reason, then they come into your life for a reason. But if the person that you are with now does not make you happy, honest to God, if it sounds mean, I'm sorry, but do not waste your time on that person, because it is the worst situation you can be in if you are unhappy and you are unmotivated and everything is really like low. And how are you going to live your life feeling like that? For me, I'm just speaking the truth from personal experiences, that it is the wrong way to keep going. You can confront unhappiness with that person, but if you are still unhappy, you need to get out, because living it is going to make you worse as a person. It's not going to help you or aid you in any way in your career, in your life, in your love, in your relationship with your family, in your relationships at work, your colleagues, who you work with, who you aspire to be. How are all those things going to come to play if all you are is unhappy? And I got to that point, and I had to say enough is enough. And you have to say enough is enough sometimes. If somebody's out of your life and there's so much bad, but yet all you can think about is the good, then maybe you're right for each other. Maybe one day you'll work out. But you have to think about yourself. I think number one lesson from this is thinking about you, thinking about what you want from your life, not what you want from the relationship. Because I think when you know you've met somebody that's right for you, those things will come naturally. You don't have to chase those things. And that for me has come naturally. But it hasn't with previous partners. It hasn't with people I've been with when I was younger, because it was forced. It was something that was just happened because I felt like I had to have somebody in my life. I didn't. I never have had to have somebody in my life, but it's just been there. So if today you're going through a breakup, and you're struggling and you're finding it hard to get through it, just start to think about, what do you want? And sometimes we put our dreams on hold for people. I did. I put my dreams on hold for somebody, and that was wrong, and I've learned from that. But I hope this video can help you understand that the most important person in your life is yourself, and we can only make things happen if we think about ourselves sometimes, and not in a selfish way, in a way that it's going to help you push forward with any relationship you're in, whether it's to be, you know, romantically, intimately, with friends, family, work colleagues, anybody that you come into play with. If your attitude and your determination is focused on you and focused on what you want from your life, then that's going to reflect, that's going to be attractive to somebody, you know. And sometimes people are attracted to the person you are, not the way you look. I made that huge mistake of going for the wrong guy because I liked the way he looked, or that person looked appealing to me, and I didn't think about the heart. I didn't think about the person on the inside that probably could be with me on this journey, and not feel like he has to prioritize certain parts of my life, but is on the journey with me, and we want to do things together, and we have similar interests. Instead of forcing things, why not be with somebody where it naturally flows? That's what we want from life. That's what most of us want from life. We just always go for the wrong person. And they teach you things, of course they do, but just be very wary. If you have to start changing yourself because of somebody else, then you're not in the right situation. I started changing me. I didn't feel like myself. My friends were telling me I wasn't acting like myself. Everybody was telling me, but I couldn't see it for myself. And then when I did, I was like, who am I? Who is Lisa? Who is this person? And I started to realize that I was strong. I was a warrior. I was meant to make a difference to the world. So if you've got those feelings, but you're letting somebody you're with control those and make you feel like you need to just be normal and do the normal things that we do in life, and you don't want to be normal, you don't want to do those normal things, you want to do something different and think outside the box and do crazy things, go and do it. Nobody should hold you back, because life, it comes and goes so quickly from us. And I think if we let that happen, and if we let people control us, then who are we going to be as people? Who are we going to become if we let other people that come into our life control us? People should motivate you and push you. The people who come into your life should be people that encourage your movement and encourage what you do. And if they don't, then you need to really evaluate why you're with that person. So I hope that helps you guys today. It's been really great talking to you, and these videos are just going to be me telling you the truth about my experiences. So I hope that they can help somebody out there that may be struggling with finding who they really are. It's really great to be on YouTube, and it's really great to talk about my personal experiences. And if it can help people, if it can just help one person, I'd be really grateful to hear your feedback, and I'd be really happy to hear, you know, if it has helped you. So I hope you all have an amazing night, and I'll speak to you guys really, really soon. Bye, guys.